Right now we have Sherry's in here. She took a really hard hit at S'more. She come down and pretty much on throttle. Thought she maybe broke an axle, but it just twisted the boot. So we pulled the diff and we were looking at it, and everything's perfect. Ring gear's good. Ring gear bolts never moved. Everything looks perfect. And we're also getting ready to package up and ship out a ton of smart spools. So you guys should be getting those very, very soon. But we're probably going to get this one put back together. We have another wheel. As you guys, if you're following along, you know that she broke an A-arm. And it went through right there. And we had to put some steel weld on it. It's like a putty. And it's still holding it, has never leaked. So we're going to use this as a spare. But we got her another wheel. We're going to swap this one over. So she's good to go on that. And we'll get hers put back together. And then we'll probably bring mine over. I have to replace a brake line on mine because I pinched it at Sand Hollow. I have it sitting right here. We're getting ready to ship everybody's orders out. Some of them have already shipped. Most of them are getting ready to ship. It's been a very crazy, busy week for us. A couple axles going out too. But I got to get this replaced. And think, is that it on mine, Sherry? Just a brake line? Just a brake line on mine? I have a torn boot, but I'm just gonna wait until after Ben Franklin range to do that one. Sherry also has a torn boot back here on her turner that we have to get replaced. Not really tore, but it has a crack in it. The desert, 105 degree flying desert kind of riding, kind of just ruined a couple of our boots. But we're gonna get these packaged up. We're gonna get these out here. These are our Halo ones. These and our rear is probably our best two designs and the best two sellers, obviously. We do have some 33 splines left. I think we have 5 of those in stock. I don't know if we'll have them by the time you're watching this video or not, but you can always let us know. I think for now, we're going to take a couple minutes. We're going to get some of these customers' smart spools packaged up and get them out of here so they can have them. I know you guys have been waiting a little bit longer than expected, but we've been keeping them pretty busy. They got a little bit backed up. But once we get those done, we'll come back with you. We're going to work on Sherry's, getting her diff put back in, getting her back on the trail, and then we'll probably bring mine over, fix the brake line. I don't know that I've ever seen a video of how to replace a brake line, so we'll definitely show you that. I know Scott's replaced his 2 times. He's actually pinched his twice. So we'll be back with you. Weather took a turn a little bit here. Probably a good thing because our grass was starting to die and it was extremely hot. We just had a customer drop this off. He rolled it. We built his cage a while back, but he dented his roof, and he wants to change the rear bumper a little bit, put a different full plate on it, and he actually wants to add sidebars on the outside to protect everything. So we'll get that on camera for you. That'll be a pretty cool build. We've never built tubes on the outside of a machine before, so it'll come off, come down along the side, and then back up and tie back in. Definitely be different. Right now we're getting Sherry's all put back together now. Sherry's getting ready to swap that tire. We're putting her diff back in. Everything is good with that. And we have new rear axles right now that are going in. Those are stock axles that we're putting in rear, and then we're getting the other ones from Cobra fixed. So once we get those back, we'll probably swap them back out.
Not random.
So all the paint got pretty much ripped off when I rolled at Bird's Adventure Center. And by the end of the trip, it started to rust. So we're gonna go through, sand it. Let's see all along here. Back here. This thing was looking really good before the trip. Over here. Right there. Over in here. So Sherry's gonna sand it down. We're gonna touch it up a little bit. We try to keep them looking as nice as possible. Some of this will need touched up a little bit. I just took a hammer and straightened that. Over here. We put 2 new rivets in here. Sherry started touching up some down here, but we ran out of black paint. Right here, this happened.
The can I was using is empty.
This happened during the rollover too. But our main focus is this brake line that I broke. Look at all that paint you're getting on my sabotage.
Stop it, stop it.
I can't remember where we left off in the last clip. But Sherry's is done, all back together. Stock axles are put in it. She's ready to go. So we brought this one in. We're gonna get this one ready to go. All it needs is the brake line, right?
Yep. Brake line, some touch up.
Some touch up. The brake line comes down into here, so we'll have to take it off here. And then on the A-arms, then clips holding it together.
So
Same here. I'll take
stock,
that
you
off.
have to drill this out, but these ones you don't.
Yeah, these are CT arms. They're bolted. So that goes in here to the middle. Right here. Goes in to a T or a Y, whichever you want to say right there. And then it goes up into under here. And it's a banjo bolt. Here's the new one. So there's a line there. Comes down to that Y, to the brake caliper, to the brake caliper. So that's what we're going to do here. We'll get that finished up. Get this baby tidied up. And then I think I'm ready to rock and roll.
I think possibly needs a little touch up too.
Yeah, we'll touch the razor up a little bit too. Oh, I didn't tell you. If you guys saw in the video at S'more, the trailing arms were cracked back here, I believe probably from the rollover. I welded them, both corners, and that's the only thing I could see wrong with them. Other than a couple of dings, you know, but they're straight, they're nice and true. There's nothing else wrong with them other than those 2 cracks. But I took some pictures, I sent it into Super ATV. All they did, I sent a picture, they emailed me back, said, what's your mailing address? 3 days later, I had them sitting here. So there's a box right here. 2 brand new, and they're actually the upgraded style, which have a bracket in the back. So there's a bracket that comes down around here. Now I'm assuming that that's, you know, probably pretty structural back here to keep it from moving. So they sent me 2 new ones. Can't beat it. Maybe someday we'll end up with some CT or something, but for now these ones are working good for us. Alright, I've located the banjo bolt that comes in from the firewall, which is right there. So there's a little sensor on there, I'm assuming brake light sensor, you know. So we'll pull that off right here. We'll get this banjo bolt undone. It'll go right there through the firewall. And then out here, we're gonna unbolt it right there. And then we'll unbolt it from there. Seems pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Couple bolts, we're ready to go.
Get in there.
Be good as new in no time. Okay, so I will tell you, getting this bolt on is not easy. That sensor has 2 wires coming out of it. No, it's hard to see. I think you might have seen it earlier, but as you twist that bolt sensor off, those wires twist. So you kind of have to twist everything with it. But it's bolted in. It's out through the firewall.
We got a rivet in here. Bolts back on this side. This one's ready to be put back on in this spot there. But I'm gonna fill the cap full of.
I dropped it.
Oh no! You know where it went?
Towards you.
Oh, I got it right here. Here, it's on the tire. We're bolting up this side. Sherry has this all touched up. It's looking spectacular. So I ripped a little hole up here. I'm gonna take this off. It's just in with the Phillips screws. Take the cap off. We're gonna fill it with some .4. We're gonna let the lines fill up until it starts coming out, and then we're gonna bolt it up and bleed it. If you're not really familiar with bleeding it, there's a little fitting on here under this cap. Pump the brakes a few times, crack that, let the brake fluid come out. Preferably put a little gas line on it or something to drain it out so it's not getting everywhere. Do that until you half pedal, and then you're good to go. So all we have to do is that, and then this is good. We're gonna do some more touch up on everything else, get it looking pretty again, and then we'll be on our way. All right, Sherry's finished with the touch up. Look how spiffy it looks before and after. Looks so good. Everything's black again, everything's yellow again. Didn't get the new trailing arms on. We'll do that at a later date. I need a new mirror too.
Yeah, we have to do a warranty.
Yeah.
We had one.
Last one going out. Last smart spool. Getting ready to ship.
Smart spool for this batch.
Just shipped 20 this weekend. That's the last one to go out for that batch. So thank you all for trusting in us and ordering the smart spools. They're flying off the shelf, so if you guys want one, definitely check out our website. You can either look at them on the canamcrew.com or the smartspool.com. Either one works. It is
Wow.
so clean. We spent, actually everybody, the whole family, me, Sherry, Emma, Coop, scrubbing, spraying, scrubbing, magic marker stuff, scrubbing, spraying.
It looks brand new. You should have watched it 6
It
months
does.
ago.
It looks so good. And we got new wheels and tires.
Same tires from before.
Some of the same tires from before.
True. Never ending saga.
So we had the white wheels on here, and they were okay. But on our trip, we kept getting flats with the tires that were on it. They were high run Tractor Supply tires. I highly don't recommend getting those. And then we got to New Mexico, and we had so many tires go bad that our friend, we like called ahead to our friend Jackie. He ordered a bunch. We got there and paid for them, and we got these Carlisle tires on gray steel wheels, and we cracked one of the rims on the way to the next place. So we wanted to get rid of the steel wheels, and on the way to Texas, Sherry hit a curb and ruined one of the tires and the wheels.
Hey, it never went flat.
No, it didn't go flat. Pretty sure that's in the video. So we decided to just completely get rid of all of the wheels. We went with aluminum wheels, which these things look amazing. And then we got the warranty for the tire. So they replaced the tire even though it was our fault.
And then when we got here, there was
Yeah, and when we got home, we pulled in, called it a night. I think the next day, I come out and I was gonna move it, and I saw a car key sticking out of this tire. So I don't know when it happened. It didn't get flat, so it either happened here or wherever. So we had to get another tire. So we've been through.
Well, they covered it under warranty. So they gave us three warranty tires already.
Yeah. The one where the rim cracked and we ran it flat, they warranted the rim and the tire. And then Sherry hit a curb. And I told them that we hit a curb, and they said, tire's warranted, we're good to go. And then the cotter key, and they warranty that one. So if you guys go to Discount Tire, it's like $25 per tire to get the lifetime warranty. Highly suggest getting it if you have bad luck with tires. So I don't think we're going to have any more issues. We're not going to have any more cracked rims. If Sherry hits a curb with one of these, though, it's going to be a bad deal.
We have a spare.
We do have a spare. But these tires are really good tires. The other tires were junk. Don't recommend high run. But it looks good.
It looks brand new.
Yeah.
Sparkly.
Okay.
We'll have to wash it. It'll be Emma's job. Wash it once a month. Yeah.
You don't know how dirty it is until you wash it.
It was dirty.
Because it looks crazy
It
different
looks
right
white
now.
again.
But it did just go through a 5,000-mile trip around the country and probably saw 1 million bugs.
Yeah.
And road debris and dust and blown out tires.
Yep.
So got it looking nice again. I like the way it looks. Really like the wheels. Alright, we'll see you here in the next clip with something else. You might ask yourself why Sherry's clutch is off. And that's because I put it on mine. I'm going to a P drive. I didn't get it yet, but I was testing it, and I like the engagement. I put Sherry's P drive clutch on my machine, and I love how it feels. I love the engagement. It's smooth, it's instant. For some reason, it doesn't make my machine hard to shift, so I'm assuming maybe an alignment problem with Sherry's. So we still have to figure out why hers is hard to shift, or at least fix it. We know why, because the secondary spins. Mine doesn't do that. So I ordered myself a P drive. It should be here hopefully about a week, and we'll be putting it on here. But while we had it apart, we decided to put some wheel bearings in. So I don't know if we covered it before, but we run the SKF bearings, FW168. You can find them at your local Napa. These bearings are the best ones we found so far that work. And also, if you guys remember our s'more videos, you know that we had to weld to my trailing arms. I got them warranted, and these are the new ones that just came. They're braced a lot better. They have this back here, which they didn't before. Over here.
Here, take this, babe.
There's some added bracing on this actually too, isn't there? Is this brace here in that?
Yeah.
Is it there?
For sure.
Okay. So this is all new back here.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, so is that the only difference? Hold that upside down.
It's just the,
What, like this?
it's just the back part.
That's the same.
Just this.
Yeah, so that's all they did. They added all of this extra bracing back here.
You can tell they just added it. They didn't make a new piece. This would all be one piece if they made a new one. They just added.
Oh, Scott, you're peeing on yourself. Oh.
I like the cuts on that one too.
Alright, yeah, so that's the only change. Bushings are the same.
Yeah, they're so creamy. Yeah.
Everything's identical.
Definitely not anemic.
But there's nothing wrong with these now that we welded them. They're still good. I mean, they're not bent or anything.
Spares.
Where was that? Right there. That was right there. So that was a little crack right there. Other than that, they're perfect. They're still straight. Putting stock ones back in it for now, because we have to send these back to be warranted. See if I can kick this light on here a little bit, get a little bit more light for you. So we took these apart because the boot was tore. Did a little bit of inspecting. This just pulled out of the inner cup. This is the cup that goes into the transmission. So when we unhooked it, we went to pull on it and it just fell out. And the reason it just fell out is because the end is ground off of it. I don't know how well that'll show up on camera, but you can also see the splines about halfway down. They're also marked up a little bit. And on this one, the opposite side, this is the, that was the inner. Look at that save, I just saved it with my foot. Cat-like reflexes. So, this is the inner side, and this is the outer side. So this is the side that goes towards the wheel, and you can see the bottom of the splines there. They're all molded up. So we got to send these back, have Turner look at them, make sure, probably have to get the bar replaced. Hopefully they replace it under their warranty. The cups appear to be okay, but I'm not sure why they're, you know, we can't, obviously you can't have this happen or else they'll pull out, you know, because this is what holds the clip in, like you can see here. This is where the clip goes, so that's what holds it in, so that's why it fell out, because the groove that holds the clip is just ground off. Never saw anything like that happen before. These are the Nitro XBs. Beefy axles, probably never break them, but we'll have to get that taken care of. You can see the boot was tore right there. So we'll keep you posted. We'll let you know what Turner says about these. We ordered boots for them thinking it was just going to be a quick boot replacement, but turns out it's a little bit more than that. Well, it's been a few days. I finally got my parts in. I told you guys that I was going to the P-Drive clutch. I don't think I told you why. This clutch setup here has 11,500 miles on it. These are my original clutches. These came on the machine. The only thing I ever did to them was I rebuilt that one time, put new springs in it, new slider shoes. That was it. Never messed with the weights, never messed with the governor cup. Can-Am says that it's a wearable part. I've never touched it. I did put secondary rulers in here, which are warranty killer rulers. That's it. Sherry broke a set of rulers a few years ago. I think she had like 3,000 or 4,000 miles on her machine. We actually put it in one of our Barawalla videos way back. When she broke hers, I just upgraded mine. That way I didn't break. So these warranty killer rulers have at least 7,000 miles on them. Not one issue since. But they're wearing out. They're making noise. They're clanging. The engagement, I like the engagement of the P-Drive. That's what I like about Sherry's the most. Now, if you guys follow along, you know that Sherry's is a little bit hard to shift sometimes. I'm hoping I don't experience that with mine. I know it's not every machine, but it's kind of, you know, a P-Drive issue, I think, or an alignment issue. I threw Sherry's clutches on mine. They are so much quieter. The engagement is so much better. And mine wasn't hard to shift, so I'm hoping that I don't have the issue that Sherry was having. And Tim's going to do a KWI setup. He'll be the test dummy for that to see how that works. But I wanted to tell you exactly what I do in case you guys are interested in taking your 17 to 21 X3 to a P-Drive. I didn't do much research on it. Probably should have. Some people say that it's working for them. Some people say that it's not. It was for me because we drove it around, you know, all day last weekend with Sherry's clutches on it, and I loved it. So I ordered it. And what I did was I ordered an outer cover because to me, I don't know if there's a clearance issue or not. It might have worked with this. I don't know. I could have tested it. But you can see where the primary sits and the secondary. These are bigger. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a clearance issue. But what I do know is that some of the reasons that the P-Drive is quieter is because of the design. but also because of the insulation that goes in this cover. So that might be why there's, you know, the outer diameters are bigger. I'm not really sure. But if you own a 17 to 20 X3, you know that the clutch noise is loud. I'm looking to get rid of that, so it's a little bit quieter filming inside the cab. P drives are known to be a lot quieter, and we don't really do enough stuff to where the insulation is gonna. I know some people take the insulation out, they run cooler. We don't do enough stuff to where our belt temps are gonna get really hot. So the insulation I want. I do know that they sell insulated covers. I didn't go for that. I'm just gonna try the insulated cover that goes in here, the P drive clutch, and we're gonna see how that goes. Sherry is currently calling me, so I gotta see what she wants. Yo.
Anywhere. Did it get put over there with like the KWI stuff?
I don't know. I'll have to look around.
I can look in this top, but I don't know why it was put up there.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll look over here.
I don't think it would be in my side-by-side deal.
Yeah, it could be.
So we never kept it in there before.
No, but we did put a lot of stuff in there last time.
Alright, I'll look in the real quick and then I'll go look in there.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye. Sherry's currently looking for our clutch puller. It goes in here, pop this off. So yeah, this has 11,500 miles on it. Rather than rebuilding this, I'm going to opt to go to the P drive. I like the engagement. I like how smooth it is. I like that it's quicker. It's quieter. There's just a lot of pros to it and no cons that I can think of right now, other than maybe hard shifting. Hopefully I don't experience that. I'll keep you guys posted. Also, what I did is something that you might be interested in, you might not be. But so this X3 came with 28-inch tires, 28-inch Bighorns, and that's what it's clutched for. I'm running 32 Zillows, and it's been fine for me. Sherry is on 32-inch, and hers came with 30s. So what I did, rather than ordering a P drive setup out of a 23 DS, which is what Sherry's is, I ordered one for one that I had 32s on it. So I ordered like an XRS, XRC model P drive. I'd imagine that they're probably clutched a little bit different. Maybe the springs are different, but they're clutched from Can-Am for 32s. So that's what I'm running. So I opted for that one rather than one that was clutched for 30s. So as you can see, this is the P drive clutch, primary clutch. This is the secondary. See, it's on clock number 4, and mine is on number 2. Not sure how much of a difference it makes, but I wanted to get the clutch that was set up rather than trying to switch it up. Half mine, half new, but these are off a 23 model XRC, XRS. They all have the same part number. Sherry's is the only one that has a different part number. I'd imagine it's probably because it's 135 horsepower with 30s rather than 200 horsepower with 32s. Okay. What you want to do is, this is a 17 millimeter, and it's just blind on there, no special tools. So that'll just pull off, and then the other one will just push on. This one takes, I use a KWI puller, but put it in there a little bit with the impact, it'll pop off, and then it's pretty simple. You just throw the new ones on, bolt them back up, throw the belt on, which I got a brand new belt for it, so everything clutch wise will be 100% brand new. You can see there's not much wear after 11,000 miles, just over 11,000 miles. So alright, we're gonna get the new stuff thrown on, get that back cover put on first, which I don't have the back cover on because we took it off. We're I had two bolts that were broke, or this bracket that was broke. I'm not sure how it happened, but I have 2 bolts holding it on here. Not too worried about that. It should be fine. And then there's a bunch of bolts that hold it on up here. But we'll get that thrown on, and then that, and then that, and then that, and that, and we'll be good to go. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, cover back on. All the hoses are reattached. I have the insulation on, held on by push pins right there, right there. So now this cover will go on. It'll get bolted on after those 2 go in. Alright, well, it's all bolted back together except for the clutch. I'll have Sherry fire it up, and hopefully it just doesn't disintegrate.
You want me to keep it in neutral? Or?
Yeah, it's fine.
Ready?
Yep. Secondary's not spinning. That's a good thing. How quiet that is. Put it in gear. Yeah, put it in low. Yeah, just see if it moves. Put it in reverse. Cool. See it?
Easy on the launch.
Perfect. Not hard to ship. The engagement is instant.
It's so much quieter in here.
It is. Yeah. Decibel levels down about 30. It's nice. Instantly moves as soon as you touch the throttle. The older style clutch, QS or whatever it was called. I mean, it had like, it didn't hook up like the P drive does. The P drive hooks up quick and fast, and
Quiet.
I like it. So far, it was worth it. Another thing we do is if you guys are interested in having your smart lock welded, maybe you're not ready to take the step to run our smart spool, or you don't want to spend the money on halo and axles, you can always get a hold of us and we will weld your smart lock for you. If you're looking for better traction, you know, a diff that's not going to break anymore, you know, we have people reach out to us all the time asking us if we will, and this is a customer's smart lock that he sent to us that we're going to tear apart and weld. We do have a video on our channel. It's probably almost, it's going to be about 2 years ago probably now, of us showing you how to weld a smart lock. Basically, I mean, you can follow that video. We'll show you a little bit here too, but what you do is you separate the diff. You take the ring gear out. This was on here. You take that off. Take these off. You're going to empty out everything in the carrier. Take all the sprayer gears, the pins, and you're going to save these side gears because they're going to get welded back into the ring gear in the carrier. You're going to throw it back in here. What I like to do, some people don't, but if you don't, you're going to have issues, I promise you. You want to keep the clutch pack in, because that's what keeps your case from breaking. It could still break, but it's less likely. So there's teeth in here and there's teeth on here. You have to grind them off, so this will slide through, and the clutch pack basically just holds pressure in there and it doesn't allow it to kick. So either grind this off or grind this off, either way works, but we'll show you a little bit. Okay, I wasn't sure what year this was. I can tell by the side gear that it's a 22 plus. more than likely a 23. I think the 23s come with a little shim. But they also have pins. It used to come with a retainer clip around here to hold the spider gear clips in, but now it has these pins, and sometimes they can be hard to get out. So if you take a little bit of air, blow down here, they come out. It's a little trick. We're not going to need these anymore, but that's an easy way to get them out. Then you're left with this. So this is going to get welded into the carrier. The other one's going to get welded into both. Here, there. It's all going to go together like this. This will go back in. This will go on here. And there's your spool. Pretty simple. What I like to do is, before I weld this, I'll heat it up with the oxygen and acetylene, just to burn out any of the oils, because you know this stuff is soaked in oil, especially these parts. These parts hold the oil. You could hold a torch on there for a little bit and it'll just sizzle, and everything will, all the oils will pull out of that. Just want to make sure you have a good weld. But that's what it looks like after you're done welding it. And then we'll press this bearing back on once it cools down, and then we'll weld this side like this, and then we'll put it back together, bolt it back, and you have a spool. Okay, finished up, ready to go out. Next up on the list is making a drive shaft for a customer. This is a stock one. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut apart the stock one, and we're going to make it a 95 wall DOM tube. That's what I've been running. That's what we all run. We run a built rear, stock front, and it's not going to twist. It's not going to bend. It's not going to, well, I mean, it could break. Highly doubtful. The only thing I could foresee breaking would be this piece. We've only ever had one of these break. That was on Sherry's, but it was the older style, 19 style, 17 and 19 style, and it was a lot smaller than this. In 2020 and 22 they beefed these up, but these are known to twist, so we do built rears, and we have never had one problem with one that we've built, and it's been about a year or two. So that's going to be next. We'll cut this apart, we'll clean the ends, and we'll insert a piece of 95 DOM, chuck it up in the lathe, make sure it's straight, and we'll go from there. That'll be the next step. And then we got another project back here we're working on, and getting some things cleaned up here. Ta-da! Well, I didn't film an outro for this video, but we're gonna close it off here, and I wanted to let you guys know just an update. This weekend is our members only ride, and September 12th to the 15th we're going to be in Alabama at Indian Mountain for the Ride for a Cure event, and then we'll be at a Miley Harvey Ride for a Cure event October 3rd to the 6th, and that will be at Ride Royal Blue in Tennessee. So those are the 3 upcoming events that we have. We hope to see you there. Thank you to all of our channel members, patrons, and sponsors. You guys are awesome. You guys are killing it for us. Thank you so much. And we're going to close this off. We'll see you coming up here in the next video in a few days, and we'll see you in that one.